Check 1 2. All right, we are going live. Hello everybody, we are back with another live podcast. This time we got somebody very familiar with us who we did a documentary with this whole season, Dominick Harris. We're going to talk to Dom, who's heading to Gonzaga, one of the top guards in the 2020 class, top players in the 2020 class. We did 9 episodes, so if you haven't seen it, head to our YouTube channel. We did 9 about 10-minute episodes with him. Our 10th one has been postponed due to Corona, but we followed Dom his whole season. He had a huge game against Sierra Canyon. That's episode 7. There's a lot of good episodes in there. Dom is heading to Gonzaga in the fall to Spokane, so we're going to talk to him, get updated. We haven't actually heard from Dom in a minute now because we haven't done new content for a while, so it's going to be interesting to see what he's up to, how he's keeping busy, if he's working out or whatever. You know, they're going to have the Tricky Trio up in Spokane, and we'll get into that soon once Dom joins us. Thank you for everyone that's been involved in these live podcasts. We got AK asking, what's Dom's game like? Dom, if I had to put it, if you've never seen his game, I would say NBA equivalent. I'd say he's kind of has like a Damian Lillard game to him. Silent killer. Just, he plays with ease. And I think that's the same thing I see with Damian. It's never too much effort, look like it's being forced to score. He just gets to his spots and gets his points and gets his production. And Dom just joined us here, so he should be joining our chat soon. And here it is. We're about to go live with Dominick Harris. So everybody, thank you for joining us once again. Dom, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good?
Chilling, man. How you doing during this quarantine?
I'm good. Just chilling. Ain't really much to do.
What?
I've been working out though.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
I've been on the Vertimax. Just been like my body weight and stuff, like push-ups and stuff like that.
For someone that doesn't know what the Vertimax is, what is that?
It's like a machine where you jump on, like it's like resistance. So it just takes your body weight and you just jump. It gets you to bounce up quick. I've been in the garage too, just like dribbling and stuff.
Is there anyone you've been following in terms of like following a workout, or are you just kind of doing your own thing?
I've been doing like the same ball handling drill since I was 11. So I just been doing that to keep my handle tight. Got it.
So this is the first time we had you. We haven't done an episode since I think Jalen officially. You guys became the official Tricky Trio. I know you knew it was going to happen. How excited are you to get to Gonzaga in the fall and start this this new journey, or this new part of your journey?
I mean, it's fun. It's going to be fun, exciting. I feel like we're all just ready to come in and make an impact. And we just got to keep working, to be honest. It's a little setback with the pandemic, but you just got to keep working on your craft any way you can so we can be ready coming in.
And for people that aren't familiar with your 2 new teammates, explain their games. Explain Julian and Jalen's game and how you fit in with that Tricky Trio.
Both of them are versatile players. I've done a lot of studying on them since we started to become closer. Julian, he's versatile. He can shoot, get to the inside. He can dribble. He's just versatile. He's a do-it-all type of player. And then Jalen, same thing. He can score, rebound. He plays hard, and he's competitive. So he's definitely going to bring the best out of everyone.
And what about yourself? How do you see you're fitting in with those 3?
I feel like I could do it all as well. Whether they need me to shoot or score, pass, whatever it is, I feel like I'll be ready. And I feel like I can do it all.
Have you been watching old Gonzaga games? Have you been watching I don't know, their offense? Like, what have you been doing kind of to mentally to prepare to make sure that you fit in as soon as you get there?
I've been watching. Yeah, I've been studying like the plays and formations they run. As far as like they be running handoffs and ball screens and all types of stuff. But yeah, I feel like I could fit in ball screens. Every guard loves a ball screen, so and then just coming off of handoffs and going downhill and making decisions. It's pretty simple in the offense, so it should be fun.
I see the Watson brothers just joined us. What's up, guys? Dom, talk about kind of your peers. A lot of guys are making decisions. How cool is this to see guys that you grew up playing since you were 9, 10 years old kind of achieving their dreams? I know Zaire just committed yesterday to Stanford. So how cool is it to see all these guys kind of, reaching their dreams?
It's cool. Like, it's crazy that the people you know and are close with are, like, declaring for the draft and stuff. So,
Kyrie says you never go live.
I never go live. I'm about to start the quarantine. Got people acting different.
Exactly.
But it's just crazy to see like all your brothers about to declare for the draft or going to college and everybody just like separating. So it's gonna be fun to see who keeps going and stuff.
Have you looked at your schedule to see who you match up with, or is there any friends that you know you're gonna play against next year?
Yeah, we playing at Evan. We playing USC in Portland. We playing at the Motor Center.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's a lot of friends you're gonna play against.
Yeah.
What do you think?
My brother and Zay too. Zay and Evan. So and Ethan. I know a lot of people on the team and Max. So it should be fun just playing against them. It's going to be fun, competitive.
Talk about switch it over to the show that we did together. How was your experience on that? We did 9 episodes. I know the 10th one's been postponed, but how was your experience having your senior year documented like that?
It's fun. I mean, I've been used to the cameras for a little bit now these past couple of years. And I felt like it was just exciting to get my story out a little bit and let people know like what I've been doing and how I'm preparing for stuff. So it was fun to do for sure.
Is it something like you happy you did? You're like gonna look back on it? Like how do you feel like it overall went?
I feel like it went good. Like I feel like when I get drafted, people are for sure gonna go back and probably blow up more. You know, whenever I blow up, it'll probably blow up a little bit more. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun going back to look at it though again.
Yeah, and you always have that, especially when your grandpa came back in the episode 9 there. I mean, that's stuff that you'll always look back on because it's a moment frozen in time. So that's really dope. What about any hoopers that are gonna have to deal with cameras? What advice do you give them? The more high school basketball becomes this attention, everyone's gonna have to deal with this. What advice do you give to some of these players?
I feel like just don't say nothing you wouldn't say in front of your mom. Like you gotta stay like there's a business side to it. So whenever you see a camera, you gotta stay professional and just be yourself though. Don't say nothing. Just act like it's not there, but just be professional about it at the same time.
What was your favorite moment from senior year? Not necessarily the show, just basketball-wise. What was your favorite basketball moment this year?
Dominick Harris has the 3 ball.
That's a tough one. I mean, the Sierra Canyon game was fun when we played at Damien because it was packed and sold out. Both of the games were fun, so probably either that or playing on ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, talk about those Sierra games. This year was different, man, with who showed up. Like, obviously LeBron's like there for his son, but just the fact that LeBron's there, Wade's there, KD was at one of the real run. Your dad saying the Memphis game was the highlight of the.
Yeah, that was my favorite game though. But you talking about this year?
This year. The next question was of the high school career. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, for sure the Memphis game. That was when I got #1 on SportsCenter. And that game was that was the best atmosphere I've ever been in.
Talk about that. Who's the dunk over? I mean, he might be a top 5 pick this year, right?
Yeah, he's lotto for sure. Wiseman. He jumped when we saw it had to go. But he's a great player. He's versatile as well. So whatever team gets him this year, it's good for them.
And your older brother is saying the 50 ball. Is that freshman year?
Oh yeah, that was a good memory too. I had 50 my freshman year, 50, 10, and 6. And it didn't even, I felt like I had 50, but it came so easy to me. But, yeah, that game was, the 50 ball freshman year, that was fun too.
What are your plans for this summer? Once this stuff is over, positive thinking, hopefully this is done by like June or something like that. What's the goal for the summer? How hard obviously do you plan on working, but is there any tournaments you want to play in, or is there anything we're going to see you in? I know the Iverson's now canceled, right?
Yeah, it's canceled, so I mean, I'm just trying to get up there, get the workouts in, and I'm just trying to hoop at this point. That's all I'm really thinking about. So yeah, that's it, really.
Talk about that sweatshirt you have. I know you and Evan promote that company really well. They were just in the chat before. I got to meet them at the Damien as well. Talk about that hoodie.
Yeah, it's a good brand.
Humble
for yourself, humble over hype. You stay humble. I usually don't talk much. I just stay humble, let God take care of it. But now that I can represent it on my chest, it makes me feel much better. But it's hard too, in red too. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, that's cool. And Evan wears it too. And you just said you're gonna face up with Evan next year. What's that gonna be like? That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny. I hope he don't jump with me, because something gonna happen if he jump with me. We're gonna see how it goes, though.
Nah, that brand is definitely fitting for you and Evan. You guys are both two humble dudes. So Dom, talk to me. I saw your logo and your mom's. Actually, I was just about to ask it, Necky. Talk about your logo. Deshaun sent me a text earlier. Looks pretty awesome. Who made that?
You talking about my logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on some things. I feel like the logo, that'll probably be like my brand or something going forward. Something that people could wear if they like my game and stuff, fans or whoever. But yeah, I feel like that's gonna represent me moving up.
Someone's saying that you broke news with that USC game.
I don't even know.
Well, maybe it's not definite. We don't know that it's definite, but the potential of you playing Evans there.
Right.
Anything else you wanna that we missed? Is Gonzaga just the biggest thing on the mind right now? Is that where your head's at?
Yeah, for sure. Probably just just playing basketball. That's pretty much it. Because all I'm doing here is just playing basketball. School's about to start back up soon, and then I'm just playing the game and just working out. So that's really it. I'm just ready to play ball again.
Yeah.
And then trying to figure out if I'm still gonna go up there at the same set time that we had before to work out and stuff. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you being on with us, dude, and we appreciate all the access you gave us this year too.
Most definitely. Appreciate it.
All right, bro. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And if you haven't seen the episodes, go to our YouTube channel. It's 9 episodes. You get to see Dom, his family, him signing to Gonzaga. Appreciate everybody watching. And we're going to come back with another one, hopefully on Wednesday. Another IG Live. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Appreciate it. Thank you, Iman. Thank you.